Today we are going to Britzy Desert, which is over by... I'm trying to think. It's not this one. This is the sewers or whatever. And then I can't access that portal to the north. So yeah, it was on the second floor. And you know what I didn't realize is... Excuse me. I've heard the Gritzy Desert theme in Smash. I think there's a remix of it in Smash, and I never made the connection that it was from this game. Unless this game's version of it is an adaptation, but I don't think so. I think this is the original. Okay, well I guess what I could do here to make things go by a little faster is I can do this. It's original to this game? Okay, sick. Yeah, I never made that connection. Yeah, I think there's a Smash remix. Because I feel like I've heard it before. Oh, is this gonna be a problem without the babies? Oh no, they just... Okay, they follow suit. Cool. It's good. It's good shit. Love the bros ball. Yeah, no, it's too funny, man. Oops. We'll go ahead and make a save here. Just in case something goes awry. Okay, I want to explore outside first. If there's anything to find. Oh, interesting. So we'll have to melt that somehow? At least that looks like ice to me. So we need to spin jump here. Oops. Nice. But this track is definitely a vibe. We vibin'. Oh shit. Okay, so we do need to go inside this, this tomb or whatever this is. Let's check it out.
Mamma mia!
Oh shit. The mushrooms in the desert. I wasn't sure if that was... I had trouble coming up with the title for the stream, and I was like, rivers in the desert, mushrooms, close enough, right? I do have a great idea for the title for the finale, though, once we get to that point. Oh no. Oh, look who it is. There's Scooby-Dooing it up there. Yeah, Luigi's literally running for his life. And that's just the fries, boys. Here's the burger. Shit, I could go for a burger right now.
Mamma mia! A chi è trovato tutto?
Hmm. Balloon juice? I guess like hot air. Nice. Find that secret entrance. Connected somehow to 4 desert statues, okay.
Luigi.
Hmm.
Mamma mia.
You can tell they had fun making this game with like all the slapstick and whatnot. So I guess if I had to guess, we're gonna get some way to launch these guys higher, and that'll be our exit out of this area probably. Or that's the secret entrance, and we need to acquire it, but like either way, that looks too high for me to launch, yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. So I need to use the ball to roll over there. Ooh. Will this work? Oh. Well, as long as I can do that, so I can hit the actual... Well, shouldn't I be able to jump on this? There's no spike at the top, right? The game honestly has some of the best cutscene slapstick of the entire series. It's good. I like it so far. The humor is pretty on point. Okay, so I'm gonna chalk this one up to a loss. And I will... So the thing is, I don't want the babies to get into combat while I'm away. I mean, I bet when I'm off screen, it probably doesn't allow you to do that, but I would rather not risk it. That is a long ways away, though. Because I can't even come back the way that I... Or wait, I guess unless the babies go over there... hold up. I'm gonna explore some more before I decide to hit these switches. Pretty sure when they're grayed out, they don't exist to enemies. Okay. That sounds about right. Well, I should just jump though. Okay. But I want to see how I can even get across up here. Well, let me read this. Desert Sentinels face each other, waiting to be linked by beams of light. Hair must stand by each statue to open its eyes. Okay. I just want to see and make sure that, like, the babies can get to one on their own, or vice versa, right? What Pokemon ROM hacks have I played before? So... I've played Solar Light, Lunar Dark. I've played some of Reborn. Isn't that what it's called? But Reborn is, like, super fucking long, so I haven't played all of it. But I played a good deal of Reborn. I played... What is it? Insurgents? Which I don't think I finished, but I played, like, the vast majority of it. I think it was Insurgents. Isn't that the one with the cults and stuff like that? And then, of course, I've played... Can we really not? Hold up. Wait, what if I... Can I toss these guys across, though? No, that's not gonna work. Of course, I played Drayano's hacks, right? Renegade Platinum, Volt White. I've played most of Volt White 2 Redux, and even the original Volt White 2. I've probably actually played all of the original Volt White 2, but it's been a while. I played a good amount of Inclement Emerald, I think it was called. Which I think has megas and stuff like that. I feel like there's some that I'm forgetting, though. Oops. Emerald Rogue is another one that I've played a good deal of.
Let's go.
Because obviously that's not one that you can really ever complete, because it's a roguelite. There's a little speck on my screen and it's bothering me. Okay. Wait, how is that supposed to work? I guess you can't dodge the, I guess you can't dodge one of those unless it's short enough. I have to heal up Mario here. Convenient that he only went for me. Oh, that time he actually did go for me. Okay, lit. That guy's dead at least. I kind of want to... well, I guess regular mushrooms are good for outside of battle healing. Let's just toss Mario a thing. Have I read the Pokemon Adventures manga? No, but I want to. That's something that I really want to do. Because I've heard that it's good. Mario, you're still dizzy? Like, let's go. Yeah, I guess I'll just use a super. Oh shit, damn it. It's fine. Alright, fine. I will use a 1-up shroom. So I can't seem to get it together. See, I knew he was gonna go for Luigi, and then I fucked it up. Damn. 1-up shroom. I feel like I'm not really wanting for coins right now, so it should be fine. keep releasing it too early, since Luigi's like lower on the screen. Ooh. Nice. Nice little bump to our power stat there. Okay, everyone else is fine. Baby Luigi's a little bit slower, but I feel like they're pretty quick, so... Oh, let me take a look at that. The secret genes. Plus speed, plus stash. Eh. I mean... That's actually not a bad trade-off, because... I only lose 4... defense. I'm actually gonna do this. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit. Oh, I didn't even make the connection that it switched to the jump command earlier. Now these guys... I have a feeling you're weak to ice flowers, probably. So we'll give it a shot. Yeah. How are they against fire, though? Maybe they resist. Oh, I see. Okay. I thought he was gonna die to that, so I didn't do the double. Okay. That fish throw is kind of devious, because it looks like it's gonna hit you, but then it bounces. It's cool, though. I feel like I should always look for the high rolls, though. Like that. Although I meant to cancel to check other stats, but I guess if I'm seeing 5s and 6s mixed in, then that's a stat that I want to select. Ah, shit. I don't really want to do this. Also, that is like a surprisingly small amount of coins that I lost. Okay. Also, I don't know why I'm going out of my way for the beans, but that's the first enemy to this point to have 3 attacks. That is an interesting point, yeah. What? So there will be a block on this other side? Okay, I probably need a roll, if I had to guess. Yeah, let's try this. Because then I know that I can do, I know that I can do the horizontal facing ones. Piece of cake. Good old Monty Mole. Have the babies explore. Let's see. What do you think about the Orange Islands being included in a future Pokemon game? I mean, I'd be down for it. I'd be down for it. I don't really have any specific stipulations or hopes about, like, setting and stuff like that. I just want the games to look and run well. That's my biggest thing. And there's a bunch of, like, you know, more, like, sort of nuanced gameplay stuff that needs to be adjusted, but at the very least, can we go back to games that look and run well? Like, because even if, it's like, even if you don't like the 3DS Pokemon games for whatever reason it might be, which I'm not like, I like Gen 7, but I still think the DS era is superior, but point being, at least those games, like, looked good and functioned as they were supposed to. I'm sure there were frame dips and stuff in, like, Horde battles in Gen 6 and stuff like that, but it wasn't really, like, that significant compared to what we've been seeing lately. Search the perimeter here. Okay, nothing here. I'm curious about the Pocket Chomps. I haven't used those yet. Just don't see Pokemon improving. Yeah, I mean, it's a whole thing. Like, just, yeah. They don't have, like, any incentive to. I am hopeful somewhat that Pal World at least puts some pressure on them, but I'm, like, done giving them the benefit of the doubt, though. Like, I'm not planning to play the next entry unless it, like, actually looks good and runs well and stuff like that. It is one of those things of getting stuck into the loop of, like, well, I've played all of them thus far. And so it's like, it was hard for me to justify skipping out on certain entries because of that. Once the fan base is collectively fed up. Yeah, it's like people need to stop buying them, but there's also just like a lot of kids with Switches as well. And obviously I do think the adults in the fan base need to hold Game Freak accountable and the Pokemon Company accountable and, like, not buy their games. But there's also a lot of parents just, like, looking for games for their kids, and it's like, oh, Pokemon. You know, well, it's like people our age who have kids and are like, oh, I grew up with Pokemon, I'll get it for my kid. If they're not getting it for themselves as well, they're like, whatever. And so, I don't know. And kids aren't gonna give a shit. Not that kids can't have a discerning eye, but it's just like, I don't know. They grow up on, like, iPad games and shit these days, right? So Pokemon is a step up from that in some sense, right? I guess? I don't fucking know. Yeah, I just don't see them doing the third version thing anymore because they've just decided to do DLC instead. But I do, like, yeah, I do think a third version could help, but it's also like, I think they should just kind of move on. We keep getting away with releasing the same game twice. Yeah, I don't like the version difference thing either. This isn't the fucking 90s anymore. Oh wait, yeah, I need a position. So these can be hit by the babies, right? Yes, okay. So Big Mario and Big Luigi need to go. Not the end of the world or anything, but it's odd. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with not... I'm not, like, hinging my... I've got plenty to play without feeling pressure to play Pokemon's new releases anymore. Unless they look particularly good. If they're gonna do version differences... Well... I mean more so between... I think... It's a... When I talk about, like, the version difference thing, it's like, instead... Like, when they did Legends Arceus, how that was, like, one game. They didn't do, like, Legends Arceus and Legends Darkrai, or, like, some shit, right? Like, it was just Legends Arceus. And I like that. And then plus, like... We think about the third versions and hold them in high regard. Because they're great. And they are the best versions of those gens. Largely. But... It's like, imagine if, instead of doing a third version, what if they just had one version that was like the third version quality-wise, but from the get-go? That's kind of where my mind's at on that, but... Oh, I see. Okay. So then now we should be able to pretty easily set ourselves up for this next one. I do think it's fun that Mario and Luigi they kind of move to the music in a sense. Like, it's not perfect, but you can kind of, it's almost like they're dancing, you know? I can't say that they might hear you, yeah. You know, imagine if Emerald... Like, that's the argument that I've made in the past, where it's like, oh, Pokemon games aren't complete products anymore, and it's like, were they ever, though? At the very least, like, you know, why does Emerald exist if Ruby and Sapphire were complete? Right? I mean, to make more money and release another game, obviously, without having to rebuild a completely new game, but my point is like, why couldn't Emerald just have been the Pokemon game for Gen 3? Aside from the argument that, like, they've been doing two versions for so long that, like, they must continue it indefinitely kind of thing, and I'm just like, I don't agree. And same with how Heart Gold, Soul Silver are basically remakes of Crystal. I go into this in my tier list, so I mean, go listen to that if you're curious, but... Like, remakes of Ruby and Sapphire would not have worked unless they split them because of certain version differences, being like Team Magma, Team Aqua. But like when it comes to like Gold and Silver, you can acquire both legendaries in both games. It's just a matter of which one you get first, and then which one is saved for post game. And so, like, they could have just done a remake of Crystal and not done Gold and Silver, but Gold and Silver have that more, I think, more of a cachet naming wise than the third versions, even if the third versions are superior. It's the same thing with Platinum. Like, I'm sure so many people grew up with Diamond and Pearl that didn't play Platinum, which is a shame, because Platinum is better. In, like, literally, like, there is, like, no downside to playing Platinum over Diamond and Pearl at all. But yeah, point is, I'm not holding my breath for whatever is being cooked up over at the Pokemon Company and Game Freak. I'm just kind of like, if something looks good, I'll play it, and then if it doesn't look good, or I doubt, like, it's weird though, because people were praising Scarlet and Violet so much when it came out, aside from the performance things, but it's like, I don't even think that even underneath the performance stuff it's that great. I mean, it's certainly way better without the performance issues. At the very least, you would have a good game, but there's also a lot of problems with it that just, like, it just hasn't evolved, as it were, enough. It doesn't do enough to justify the open world, like, at all. And so then it just feels like just another open world game for the sake of being an open world. And I'm like, okay. Maybe thinking about it harder, people might actually get mad if they released one without two versions. I know! Like, that's the crazy thing, too. Well, then again, Legends Arceus people didn't care, but that while that is a mainline title, it's kind of a separate series, you know? Kind of like, you know, 3D Land and 3D World are to Mario. The other 3D Mario games, it's like not quite the same series, but it's still mainline. It's not Sword and Shield, at least, but yeah. No, but people would be upset, I think, if Game Freak stopped doing the two version thing, and I don't understand. It's just flavor. Like, that's all it is. You ready for a boss? Oh, hell yeah. All the troops are gathered on the other side of this wall. It's like a look-see. Holy shit. That is a lot of mushrooms. This cutscene confused you for a while? Okay. I'll see if I can decipher it. Dude, this is kind of epic, though. Is she gonna announce the PlayStation 6? Nintendo 3DS! With backwards compatibility! But no Game Boy Advance support! Why is Peach gigantic? Was that what you were referring to? Okay. Never mind, she was just close to the camera. Oh, it's Petey. It's the boy. Feed the plant. Feed the plant. Or like whatever they're saying. Where that Peach guy... Yeah, Peach is the one getting bored now. Oh. Thought she died, yeah. Well, in theory... In reality, that would be the case, but... We're just gonna jump on his belly. And she'll get spit up. Which is all sorts of fun. This is an oddly cheerful... This is an oddly cheerful, thing. Track. Fuck. And they timey-wimey undid it. Okay, yeah. Guess Mario's free of his burdens now, yeah. Yeah, straight up. I'll check under... I'll check through that grate in a second. I just want to see if one of these is a dead end or not. Oh, what is this? So the babies can go in here, but this seems like... Oh wait, I can't even go this way, right? Yeah, because there's no, like, spin jump or whatever for these guys. And we do this and they just get launched back, yeah. Okay, so this is the dead end then. At least for now. Or maybe the babies are gonna open up something in there, and that'll be where they come out of or some shit. I don't know. Oh no, that is the right way then. Okay, weird. Well, I'm glad I doubled back anyway. I can dig under? Okay. I'll go check that out. It took you a second, more like an hour, yeah. No, sometimes I get, like, stuck on the dumbest shit in certain games. Like, if you watch my Majora's Mask playthrough, you'll see me, like, wandering around looking for something super fucking obvious. In, what is it, Snow Peak? Not Snow Peak. Fuck, what is it called? Why can I not think of the name right now? It's not occurring to me. Snowhead. Snowhead. In Snowhead Temple, I literally wander around for like 30 minutes to an hour until I realize, oh, I need to shoot the icicle ball on the ceiling, or the stalagmite or whatever, in this one room. And I've played that dungeon before, but it was funny. So how does this work? Oh wait, we can roll, right? Hold up. They see me rolling. Oh, and then we can spin. Yeah. Shit. Let me get the babies over here. Okay, one of these again. Oh shit. That's weird. I don't know how I feel about that. It's like somewhat of an arbitrary restriction. There was no other path over here, right? No. Oh shit. A little bit shallow. No, oh, not what I meant to do. I bet watching speedrunners do this shit is insane. Yeah, I mean... It's kinda cool in that you could somewhat memorize the paths. And so you can kind of optimize it without having to use the shines. But it is kind of arbitrarily tedious. Because it's not like it's hard to hit this block, you know? And you're not really... I mean, you are punished for hitting it with the wrong bro, but it's like, why even have that restriction of you have to hit it with Mario or you have to hit it with Luigi? It's just kind of like... Like, who's gonna fuck that up once they... Like, unless they're just being careless, right? Oops. Here we go. Is this boss fight like Infamous or something? Maybe I should have healed up. Nah. If I game over, it's not a big deal. Fat shroom. Boss time. Damn, dude, the baby's power level is insane. They're one-shotting these guys. Oh, this guy. I recognize this boss. Yeah, right. Yahoo!
Let's go.
Pocket Chomp. Press the button of the jumping bro as he lands on the enemy. I kinda wanna try this one. Oh shit, I pressed B, but oh shit, okay. So I get 2 chances, I guess, 2 fails. Wait, that's actually fucking insane, though. So Luigi. And I didn't jump. For some reason. Yeah, no, this move is, like, actually... I don't see why I wouldn't just do this on, like, every... encounter. And also, if I didn't, like, take my thumb away after fucking it up once, then I would have actually, probably been able to do more. This shit's actually broken. Oh, I guess I can hit him with the hammer too, right? This thing not being dead from that is actually kind of nuts. Oh, that's Luigi. And then Mario. So Mario total, right? No? Oh, I see. And then he's gonna throw it at Mario. I understand. Ba-ba-da-ba. That mush. Oh. Yeah, because I bet we can hit with the hammer as well. But I feel like that's just kind of a distraction. I don't want to just do that the whole time, though. That's kind of lame. But also, like, what else would I do, though? I've already done, like, 500 damage, if not more. Oh, I see. Wait, so what does it prioritize? It's the letter, not the color. I understand why these bosses are spongy, though, considering you can do so much damage with these. Early, but whatever. 85's not bad. Luigi, Mario, Mario. Is that his only move? I guess if that's his only move, then we can cheese him. Because it's not like I'm maybe missing much. Oh, right, and we have the power boost from getting the grates earlier because of our badge. Okay. I feel like, yeah, you're better off just ignoring the hammers, like the babies. It's not worth the risk. They do so little. It's an extra 2 damage per pass, but it's like if you get double the amount of passes because you're ignoring them, then you're gonna way outpace the damage that you would get from attempting to do this anyway. I mean, early on it's fine, but... Oh, but it's always the corresponding baby, I see. Oh, no, it's not. The fuck? There's a pattern there, and then it just broke all of a sudden. And that's it. He didn't reveal any other moves, so, like, I don't know. I don't really feel bad about cheesing. Now, it would be impressive if you were able to nail all the hammer hits, too. Don't remember if he does. You would have thought after, like, the first chain chomp or two, he would have switched things up a little bit, but... Well, I guess, no, you know what it was? It was the cards presented by the audience that changed up.
Mamma mia!
Where, like, there were green M's and red L's, as opposed to them being matched up early on, so... But that's, like, I don't know. Next boss has more moves, so okay, sick. Luigi.
Oh no!
I'm sure there's gonna be bosses that it's not worth it to use those types of moves on, or at least that this chain chomp one specifically. Luigi, you dickhead. Cute. This is a vibe. Oh, we've heard this track before in the sewers. Oh, what the fuck? Purple Boo. Oh, they're quicker, I see. Oh, they steal from you too. That's fun. Early as fuck. Way early. What is wrong with me? I see. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Oh, that won't hit them. I think you are right. I think these boos are from Thousand Year Door, probably. I kind of want to run, but I'm also like... What if I just use one of these? I guess the tricky thing with using it on multiple enemies is the timing. Like, because the distance is different. It seems pretty lenient, though, input-wise. Like, the window you have to press the button is pretty generous. Ah, fuck. It's not bad. At least I hit all of them, right? Museum area, interesting seeing enemy crossover. Yeah, true. Yeah, I didn't think that would land. Oh nice, they actually die during the thing, so we're not overkilling, which is cool. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Ba-bum-bum-bum. Ah, I see. They really want to make sure you don't miss that, I guess. Well, okay, that makes sense, because there's probably no way back on the stage. So that does add up. Dude, the music in this game is so good, once again. I wish I could do, like, thunder hands in order to, like... Oh, they don't get any closer to me? Okay, weird. Alright, it's one of those things. Is there not variable jump height? Maybe there never was, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. Nice. Because if I just tap the button, it seems like they jump just as high. Which is kind of odd. Forget exactly what happens. Yes, I saw Fawful's cameo. He's in the sewers, exchanging beans for badges. Damn it. Cool, got that back. I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying fighting regular enemies more in this game. What is this? Oh, this is an enemy? What the fuck? But I'm trying to remember if I was that way in Superstar Saga as well, like early on. Oops. Oh, weird, okay. That is fun that he, like, rides the rocket, though. That was bad. Seem to avoid... Yeah, I was avoiding enemies around the lagoon section. Well, I was kind of avoiding enemies, like, even in Woohoo University. So, to a point. I didn't mean to use 2 on Mario, but... As this definitely has the old RPG-ism of... Yeah, lots of reskins, yeah, that's true. So maybe that's part of it. Let me see here. Okay. Like, here's my issue with people having an issue with linearity. It's like, okay, there is one path for me to take here that is the right path. That can be said for even games that read as non-linear but are actually linear. You know, like Final Fantasy, for instance. I've been playing through the Pixel remasters. Those games are fucking linear. Like, just because the game lets you explore, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but just because it lets you explore, it's still linear. This game is linear. Like, you can see the layout of the map. There is a clear way for us to get to what looks like what I need to get to, but it's like, oh, can I make it up there? No, I can take this ramp up, or I can take this door, or I can dig under here. And some of these things will be dead ends or like whatever, but it is something where like you're having to make decisions still, and there is an element of exploration and finding collectibles and whatnot. Whereas I feel like people who take umbrage with linearity inherently typically just kind of write it off as being like, you know, point A to point B to point C, but it's almost never that cut and dry. Maybe on a replay, then like, I guess I could see that. Sort of. But I don't know, I just don't really mind it that much. The Monty, I like Monty Mole, it's cool. Items, let's check gear first. Shoo-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Oh wow, that is a huge, that's a pretty big power increase for like a significant defense decrease. Same here. For like everything but defense. You know, technically, it might actually be worth buying equipment that has a stash boost, and then equipping that when you do your shopping, and then unequipping it for combat. But that sounds very tedious, and I don't really want to do that. And I also don't want to give up on my defense, because I feel like enemies are hitting pretty hard. Temporarily increase attack power. When time runs out, you faint. Oh! Interesting. These are kind of fun, like challenge badges kind of thing, but I don't know that I want that for my first playthrough. Oh, I haven't checked what these do. These I can sell though. Also, am I the only one who thinks that the cancel sound sounds like the Roblox oof? I've never touched Roblox with a 10-foot pole, but there's something about that sound effect that, I don't know. It sounds like kind of similar. I think I'm gonna pass on these. But it might just be a pitch thing. You hear it? Ooh. I guess it's only from like the sell menu or whatever. That's funny. You have chain chomps? Oh, you do. They're sort of expensive, not really though. Also, I have 12 of them, so it's like grown up oof. Yeah, right. It's literally like whoever made that sound effect grows up, does it again. It's like when people who are famous for being in certain memes like recreate the meme years later or whatever. Or even just like a family picture. I feel like Smash eggs are kind of ass. I don't like them. Part of me wants to sell them, but I'm also like pretty flush with cash right now, so I'll hold off until there's like something that I really want to buy that I might not be able to afford, and then I can sell my extra battle items that I'm not intending on using. I haven't tried the trampoline yet, though. I don't like the way these guys move. I can't quite wrap my head around it. Okay, I can dig under there. But first, let me see what this does. Ah, okay. Bum, 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 okay, that works. I might come back and fight these guys. I'm just, for now, I want to, like, figure out what my options are. Got the peppers. It's so funky. Wasn't there one of these earlier that I didn't do, though? Not what I meant to do. I need the big bros. Yoinks? Yoinks? Not even yoinks? I like yoinks. Scoob. Oh, fuck. Dude, the shrooms are too funny, man.
Oh yeah.
Ba-da-da-da-doo-doo. He said doo-doo straight up. Beep-a-da-ba-da-da-da-doo-doo. I'm a child. No. Oh shit. Pro gamer strats right here. Even though I think there's a green pipe block over here. Yeah. That's kind of fun that you can do that, though. Shrooms are great. Really, really silly, but still icing folks. Yeah. No, straight up. Straight up. Like, they're intimidating, but they're also, like... They're fucking memeing while they're doing it. The shrooms do a little trolling, you know? What the fuck? Is there like a compartment back here? No.
Let's go.
Okie dokie. Okay, I'm trying to get the timing down to actually hit these guys, but it's a little bit tricky. There we go. Okay, that was good. See, that's like a little late. Like, you can't wait for them to show up. You kind of have to anticipate it a little bit. Nice. This is one of those enemies where, like, it's very much a game feel thing to, time it, which that was not it, obviously, but it was also early as fuck. He's gonna flee. Alright, fine. He took my trampoline. Alright, so as I've kind of discovered, this is just like kind of optional treasure over here. Partners in Time is some of the best and weirdest enemies. It's been a nice variety. Personal favorites are still yet to come. I'm looking forward to it. This game's been very good so far. I like it. It's like nothing has quite struck me as being like, this is amazing kind of thing, but it's just been very consistently enjoyable. And like, yeah, enemy variety is good. Combat variety is good beyond just the enemies because I think partially the extra inputs it doesn't add like a ton, but it adds enough. Like having to swap between like pressing B here and then Y kind of thing. Which obviously that doesn't work on a floating enemy, but I was doing it to prove a point. Why did I press A though? Have I played any of the Digimon games? I played the first Cyber Sleuth. Because I think I bought the... Isn't it like a double pack of like Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory for Switch? I played most of Cyber Sleuth and I thought it was kind of fun. I thought that the way that you leveled up your Digimon was kind of reminded me of a mobile game in that sense, just that particular aspect of it. Where I think there was like a timed element where like you leave them, I don't know if it's an incubator or like there's something like that where like you leave them for like in real time. I wasn't a huge fan of that, but I thought it was cool. I don't think that I finished it, but I played through most of it. Why the speed boost being so insane though? Like, look at speed here. It's like all 4s, 5s, and 6s. It's like I might as well take that, I guess. Yeah, so I'll also say some of the evolutions are... Like, you have to... Like, I don't like the accessories, I guess. Well, it depends. But, I don't know. Like, there's one where it's like, you know, you've got, like, Metal Greymon, and then you've got, like, Metal Greymon with, like, the fucking dog tags or whatever. And, like, a lot of them are maybe more too humanoid for my tastes. But I do think that's a good way to put it. I think some of them are over-designed. But I mean, like, besides that, I did quite enjoy the game. It's cool. And it is funny how drastically they change. Like, you have what is it? Is it Patamon or something? Like the orange guinea pig looking thing with the wings, and that evolves into like an angel, like a humanoid angel. And shit like that. I think it'd be kind of cool, like, thinking back on it now, having played, like, a lot of Megami Tensei stuff since then, since I checked those games out, it almost kind of reminds me of Megaten vaguely, more so than Pokemon. I'm trying to remember how you evolve them. I don't know if there is, like, a fusion element or not, but if there isn't, then there definitely should be, because that is very Megami Tensei. Can I spin over this? Oh no, I guess we're gonna open the bridge over here, I see. Now see, this is one of those where it's like, it'd be kind of wild if, oh shit. Oh, I see. So we're aiming for... Okay. So we're matching, I see. Your first exposure to SMT was Mara. That's one way to get exposed to SMT, I guess. It is... So, like, in Persona 3 Reload, you can acquire unique items from late game demons or late game personas to create like special equipment. And for Mara, it's Mara's head is what it's called, and I'm just like, wow, that is very on the nose. Oh shit. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, like, I guess when I first started playing Megami Tensei stuff, the more humanoid designs did put me off a little bit when I was thinking about Pokemon, but the more I play it, and the more that you realize that these are inspired by, like, actual mythologies and stuff like that, like various types of mythologies and stuff, it becomes a lot cooler. And seeing how those demon designs even change across games, too. How do you feel about an open-world action RPG Yu-Gi-Oh game? How would an action Yu-Gi-Oh game work, though? I guess would you play as some of the creatures or whatever? I want to go to this dead end before I take this blue pipe, though. Three-headed shark missile thing. Oh, this is the upper level. I'd be down for more Yu-Gi-Oh games, though. And even more, like, Digimon stuff and whatever. Even though I'm not, like, the biggest fan of those properties, I think it's always nice to see more of that. There was a Digimon game. Wasn't there, like, a tactics game? Or, like, a tactics visual novel that came out a year or two ago? For Digimon, I believe. I think that's what it was. What I really want to see, though, is I want to see certain series tackle different genres. Like, I want another Mega Man, even turn-based RPG, because I've talked a lot about, like, wanting another Battle Network or Star Force successor. But I want, like, I want them to take another shot at, like, an X-Command Mission style of game. Because I think X-Command Mission, like, it had some neat ideas. I played the first few chapters of it, at least, but, there were certain aspects to it that I wasn't really feeling as much, like, you know, the story and characters, particularly. But maybe it was just the voice acting being kind of very of that time for Capcom. That was, putting me off from it a little bit, but... But I think about, like, what if Intelligent Systems made a strategy RPG out of, like, I don't know, pick a franchise. Or, like, if you had one of the Megami Tensei teams make a Mega Man RPG or something like that, that'd be insane. Could you imagine, like, a Mega Man RPG with press turn? That'd be so sick. I kind of want to run, though. Just because it's only the babies. Well, I more or less made the coins back that I just lost. So while we're rolling, can I jump? OGX or something different? I mean, really anything. Like, I'm not, How am I supposed to... Am I supposed to just spin across, I guess? Okay, I see. Open world action RPG Yu-Gi-Oh game. You can create and customize your own character and roll into list. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. That would be kind of sick, actually. That reminds me vaguely of oh god, what was the successor to Yu-Gi-Oh called? The one with the dude with the brown hair. What was that series called? Because he was like at a school, right? That would be pretty neat. I'd be into that. But yeah, I don't know. I can't think of good examples right now, but Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, that's it, yeah. I've seen like bits and pieces of the OG, but I remember legitimately watching GX, at least whenever it was on or whatever. And I always thought that was cool. Like, it kind of had a cool aesthetic. It was sort of like somewhat futuristic, I think, too. I was kind of into it. Real quick, I want to get these Mario and Luigi blocks. Used to go back in Cartoon Network back in 05 to 07. Yeah, this sounds about right. That sounds about right. Oh shit. But I also thought, like, I don't know, I just think that there's like more exploration that could be done with different genres and whatever. Like, I guess we have Mario RPGs. They don't really get made much these days, but that was a thing for a while. What about a Zelda RPG? The thing is, Zelda doesn't... Like, you could do a party-based, turn-based... Like, the thing is, if you made a Zelda action RPG, it's basically just Zelda, but with, like, levels and shit. So it's like, I don't know how I feel about that. But if it was a turn-based RPG, then it's like, well, then but who's your party? I guess you would have to make new characters for that specifically, right? Which is what X Command Mission did to questionable success, I guess. There was actually some neat character development stuff that they were doing with that, but I don't know. Something about X Command Mission felt sort of off-brand to me. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels that way. But the idea is cool. Shit. Although, what if... Dude, imagine like a Mega Man Classic strategy RPG, though. Where, like, you have the different Robot Masters as, like... Maybe you can recruit them or something. That'd be kind of sick. I mean, X, you could kind of do the same thing, I guess, too, but... I'm not, like, as hot on a lot of the on most of the Maverick designs, and especially later on, compared to the Robot Master designs, which I think, even the goofiest Robot Master designs, I still like. I mean, shit, Mega Man 10 is one of my favorite classic games, and that roster is very eclectic. Actually, I feel like I'm not struggling to output damage in this game, which is... I'm wondering why that is. Maybe they just they balanced it better or something? I'm getting lost in the sauce in the conversation. Like, yeah. I keep like forgetting what I last said, and then I check the chat, and then I'm like, wait, what was I even talking about? You play as different Robot Masters? Yeah, no, that would be kind of sick. That'd be kind of sick. I mean, knowing Capcom, they'd probably make it a gacha game or something. But, which I wouldn't want, but... It's... I always forget that X-Dive is a thing, and I'm sure it's fun to a point, but I'm also like... I've heard the offline version is pretty grindy. Still. I think it's cool that there is an offline version to begin with, but... Or not to begin with, but like they made one. That's more than can be said for a lot of games that start out as like mobile gacha games kind of thing. I don't know the tell. Oh, I think they jump, right? If they do they shoot a blank. But I thought it was cool. I thought it would have been cool, like when Three Houses was new. I was like, what if they took that cast? Because I think the cast in Three Houses is like very good. Like some of the best characters in the series, just because they're actually fleshed out, at the very least. But I was like, what if they made like an RPG where it was like modern day, but you take these characters and you put them in modern day, and you have it play more like a traditional turn-based RPG as opposed to a grid-based strategy RPG, right? But now that Three Houses is like 5 years old, nearly, I don't see that being realistic, but I did think it was kind of an interesting idea. That's my opinion on the ZX series. I did a video on the ZX games. I think Advent was a step back for the most part from the first game. And the first game, I don't really have major issues with the first game. I actually think it's pretty fun. But, I mean, like, the map is terrible to read. But I didn't find it to be that big a deal. It's just, like, a very questionable thing. Like, why did they do it this way? It makes literally no sense why they made the map that way. And, like, story-wise, I wasn't super into them, but they were fun. I would almost go so far as to say, like, I generally prefer the core gameplay of the ZX games compared to the Zero games. I like the customization in the Zero games, like different pieces of armor and stuff like that. Like, I think Zero 3's armor system or whatever, I think that's cool, and that should have been in ZX. Or some element of that. That's what I missed. But switching forms on the fly is really fucking cool. And I think that I mean, that's kind of how the classic and X games play, right? Sort of. Less so swapping forms and more so swapping color palettes. And it's usually just, you know, one singular attack. Which I guess... So let's think about Kirby for a second, right? You know, Kirby... A lot of the earlier games besides Superstar, but like even like the GBA games and stuff, you only had like one move. You know, Sword Fighter would just like swing the thing, and then you could do a spin attack with swords. Maybe that's not the best example, but most of the transformations only had one attack. Well, I guess like Mega Man has like the charge attacks, and then in 11 he had the Power Gear attacks, which were slightly different, but not really that different. And I'm like, but what if you gave... Maybe not for classic Mega Man, but like, what if you... Like, for X, I guess, in particular, like, why not give X more moves than just shoot a different projectile? You know? Zero kind of has that in the X games he's playable in, like the later ones. That's where you kind of get, like, more combo-y kinds of stuff. But even so, it's like, why do I have to swap? I don't know. It's just, like, a little bit clunky, I guess, having to swap, instead of, like... utilizing every button on the controller in a meaningful way, right? Does that make sense? Like, I kind of want the evolution from Kirby's Adventure and stuff to Kirby Superstar, or like, you know, like how Return to Dreamland plays, with different types of moves with the same power. I kind of want that for Mega Man. But again, I think that would suit probably X better than Classic, because I know Classic fans would they'd throw a fit if it's literally any different from the games that we know Classic for. And that's fine. That's fine with me. I don't really mind Classic being very traditional. I don't mind that because those games are fun in their own way. And the good thing too is Mega Man is known for having many different series, and so if Capcom wanted to experiment, they could even use the classic model or the classic design, but call it something different if they wanted to do something like drastically different, you know? ZX3, like to see Prometheus and Pandora as playable characters. Yeah, or at the very least, like transformations of them. That would be neat. But then again, part of my main criticism of ZX Advent was that there were too many transformations. Like like redundant ones, or like not just redundant, but just like, I guess redundant is the best way to put it, actually. Largely unnecessary ones. I think ZX having like, what was it, like four transformations was plenty. And they each had their own utilities and stuff. I guess the Model L wasn't like the most useful aside from underwater levels, which were not that common, but how did I bungle that so badly? But I guess instead of saying that I prefer the ZX gameplay to Zero's, I would say just take Zero's gameplay but add transformations to that. But then again, I guess you could kill the need for transformations by simply having that be part of the equipable gear. Like, let's say, you know, certain boots allow you to air dash or whatever, kind of like how the Model H allows you to air dash or whatever. But you need those boots equipped. Like, that is another way to go about it, I guess. But I don't know, I liked the transformation aspect quite a bit.
Let's go.
I cannot figure these guys out. I think it's partially because I'm talking too much. But oh, I see. So if he points, he shoots a blank just before firing the actual shot. Be cool if Capcom made a Mega Man Axel series. Yeah. I just feel like Axel is almost kind of tainted because of how bad X7 is. It'd be cool to see him get some redemption in, like, the public perception, but I don't know. Like, Axel's kind of, he's got a cool design and stuff like that too, but I don't know. I'm trying to think if I played as him much when I played X8. I think there was maybe like one or two bosses that I did use Axel for. Okay, so I can spin over there, I see. Definitely has that rebellious teenager energy, yeah, no, for sure.
Let's go.
I fell for it. I knew he was going to shoot a blank, but I did not accommodate my jump time for that. I thought he was gonna... Never mind. I think it's a spacing thing with the sarcophagus. Sarcophagi. Maybe. Wait, please tell me these enemies are called sarcophagi with, like, G-U-I instead of, like... Sniffaro. Or I guess, yeah, they're snifters, right? Isn't that what they're called? I hope that's not like a slur or something. What are those enemies called? It is sniff something, right? Sniff it. Oh, a snifter is a type of glass. Okay, thank God. Yeah, sniff it. It's the new version of the Bop It. Sniff it. Gross. Taste it. Yuck. Sarcophagi would be, but yeah. If they were actually Shy Guys, then Sarcophagi, GUI. That would be kind of fun. I guess, I've not mentioned this yet, but I finished Persona 3 Reload last night. And that ending hits fucking hard. Like, I was literally, like, ugly crying. For at least like a few minutes during that ending scene. It's like, it's so well done. They somehow made the ending even better, which is like kind of crazy. No spoilers for those who haven't played, but like that game hits like really really hard emotionally, like big time. They execute it differently than the original. It's just presentation-wise, like, instead of... Like, in the original, it was... Oh, we can move these, right? Or something? Or may... Oh, no, you know what I need to do? I need to, spin this thing. Instead of being, like, the still models or whatever, like, the in-game models, it was like a 3D cutscene. So it was like those those in-engine cutscenes that we've seen in the promotional material, as opposed to being like just the models kind of being a little bit flat, you know? Well, and even then the models aren't flat, in fact, but it was much more expressive, and they also animated some of it in 3D as opposed to it being a 2D anime cutscene, which I think also helped. Because certain bits of the ending in the original were like the overworld models, which were chibi, for first of all, and second of all, like some of it was also anime cutscene. But yeah, it's really good. Great game. Definitely, if you've never played Persona 3 before, definitely the best place to start. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Especially if the answer ends up being DLC to complement the models and animations and Reload. Yeah, no, it's like... It's the best that I've seen in the series. Like, period. Because I went back and I looked at... I didn't jump back into P5R, but I watched one of my own videos on P5R to like look at the gameplay of it, and or maybe it was Strikers or something like that. But either way, like the P5 art style and animations, and I'm like, Reload just does it so much better. And that's not a slight on P5R, because like Persona wasn't like it was like somewhat noteworthy because of P4. Like P4 was a big deal, but it was also on the Vita, so like I don't know how big of a deal it could have possibly really been. It's just people were very vocal about it, at the very least. But P5 is really like what popularized the series, to the extent that we know it now. Was there an exit over here or what? And my point is like, they probably didn't have maybe as high of a budget for Royal, like, or at least as far as animations, investing it into animations and stuff like that. Now, the 3D cutscenes in Royal, or in, like, P5 were good, but, like, the in-game models, I think, are pretty stiff still, which is kind of how it was with P4G, and, or just P4 in general, and the original P3 as well. But you can definitely tell... Oh, I don't have the babies, that's why. I pressed Y. The more I played of it, the more I can tell the difference between the 3D cutscene models and the, like, overworld, like, actual in-game models. There is a subtle difference, specifically in how they move. Sometimes they'll do... Like, I noticed there were some times where they would do, like, the anime, like, head bobbing thing. I think ProZD did a skit on that. Where it's like in Final Fantasy X, where it's like like super exaggerated facial shakes and like shit like that. Like the way they move their heads is like not natural in a sense. Why did I press X? I keep pressing wrong buttons. But the facial expressions are really good, actually. Like you can even, it's not like you'll notice it even in like social links and stuff like that. The characters, those models that are usually pretty stiff, actually like will frown and they look sad, or they look happy, or they look angry. In addition to that being reflected in the portrait. And then in the, why do I keep pressing Y like I have the babies with me when I don't? I'm running. Run in, and run in. But in the cutscenes, it's like even to another level where there's actually like kind of subtleties in the facial expressions that I think you would see in P5's cutscenes as well, to be fair, but maybe not quite to the same extent. Can I run? I mean, I did run. I just need to heal up. I don't know. I'm not like trying to shit on P5 or anything. Not that I feel like I am, but it's more like, now that we have a version of P3 that plays like P5, which that is like the main thing that P5 was credited for, was like the gameplay is better and improved from P3 and P4, especially P3, but even P4 as well. Oh wait, we can use this, duh. And now that like P3 has those improvements, like there's Baton Pass, basically. It's called Shift, but there's a version of Baton Pass. There's no technicals. Like a lot of the broken shit they took out. There's no technicals. There is no boost to like stats or whatever when you are shifted to. Although there are skills that you can learn on your personas that allow for that, which I think is totally fair. Like Shift Boost and Shift Amp, which I think it's like a 10% increase when you're shifted to, or a 20% if it's amp. And then there's also some where it's like you gain SP when you're shifted to, or you give or not give SP, but whoever you shift to will gain SP. I forget what those are called though, those skills. But it's sick. And then you have like, you know, P3's characters and story, which have always been the best of 3, 4, and 5, in my opinion at least. And then like with the gameplay improvements, it's like, well, what reason, like what incentive do I have to play P5 instead of just doing another P3 run? You know what I mean? Maybe that's a little bit too dismissive, but I don't know. It's mostly like the balance changes though, because it's not like I dislike P5's characters and story. I'm not like super wild about the story, but character-wise, I think it's pretty strong. I don't know, maybe I'm being a little too reductive about it though. I tend to get that way sometimes, where it's like, It's like, you know, if I'm gonna play a Persona game, unless I'm specifically looking for the vibe of P4 and P5, because I feel like I've kind of... I don't feel like I've talked shit about P4, but I've definitely kind of, like, given it, like, a playful noogie every now and then, you know? I've bullied P4 a little bit every now and then. Just, like, kind of teased it for some of the things that I think are, like, not that great. But at the same time, there is a specific vibe to P4 and even P5 that if I'm seeking that, then yeah, sure. Specifically P4, actually, and I don't know. I feel like I need to play P5R again. Like, if I play P5R again, it might be possible that, weirdly, I might like P4 better in some regards. It's hard to say, though, without replaying it. Because I played P4G twice, so I feel pretty confident in how I feel about it. I've now played P3 twice, once on FES, once with Reload. But P5, I played like the first half of P5 Vanilla. Maybe not quite half, but like damn near half. And then played Royal in full. But I really do feel like if I jump into Royal, I'm gonna miss a lot of those quality of life things. And also how the navigators work, like, instead of like Futaba giving you randomly giving you buffs and healing, you can choose when to activate that because it's Fuka's Theurgy, which is like her special attack or whatever that charges up, you know, gradually, like a limit break, basically. It's kind of like that, except it doesn't fill up nearly as often, so you're not spamming them nearly as often. But there are each character has, like, specific ways to fill up their Theurgy gauge faster. So, like, Yukari, it's by healing. Akihiko, it's by using buffs. Mitsuru, it's by inflicting ailments, which is kind of tricky to do. So some are better than others for sure, but Fuka's, who is the navigator, is like what Futaba and Rise and even Fuka would do in the original P3, which is like, you know, those random heals and buffs and stuff like that. You can't choose whether it's going to be buffs or heals, but if you're low on health and or SP, then it's probably going to be a heal, and if you are fully healed, it's going to be buffs, if that makes sense, or concentrate / charge. So it just feels very balanced in that way. And I'll talk more about it. I'm kind of amped to talk about it because I'm done now. But I should probably save some of it for my actual video. It's just... It is like just... It's not just a lot of small things. There are some major things, but a lot of the smaller changes and additions and balance adjustments add up to make quite a big difference in my mind. The only thing I'd say is that, like, Tartarus can get monotonous, though. Like, it's way better, but it's still a lot. Oh, I see. It bounces between them. I see. But then again, P5 has mementos on top of the palaces, but I'm just like... I think the palaces are more interesting, at least aesthetically and like kind of design-wise, at least on a first play. Futaba barely activated for you. Yeah, it definitely... Like, it did come in clutch at times, but it was so random that it's like... Being able to have some semblance of control over that was a pretty big deal. I don't know how I fucked that up. Why do I remember this boss too? Maybe oh, I don't know why I did that. Maybe I watched my friend play more of this game than I remember. Or something. YABX. Oh, it's staggered that way, okay. Bum, 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 bum. YXAB. That's a pretty easy way to get the power boost from my badge. Have I tried the pocket chomps? Yeah, dude, I was abusing the shit out of the pocket chomp for the lollipop boss. That shit was extremely broken. Especially if you, like, opt to not use the hammer, which it wouldn't work here anyway. But yeah, the timing on this one is so easy. It's just, like, reacting and making sure you press the right button. Oops. I looked away on that first one. Pitter patter. Yeah, literally. You hear the little feet running. Alright, so is he gonna do the staggered one this time? Oh, how is there a tell for which one goes first though? I'm just gonna take this turn to heal up, I think. I haven't had to resort to using the babies only in boss fights. But that is kind of a pretty big safety net in my mind. Like, yeah, they're frailer, but... I keep fucking that up. Still trying to remember the broken item you referred to earlier on. It's not the trampoline, is it? Maybe I haven't gotten it yet. Dude, hammer attacks are so satisfying always. Fuck me, dude. Art Redemption. Can I actually, like... Okay. That requires a lot of hits. I bet the speedrun strat for... Like, I keep thinking about, like, speedrunners for some reason. I'm like, I bet the strat is to actually get hit by that. Because otherwise it just takes so long. And that's kind of an interesting factor to consider for speedrunning games like this. It's like sometimes you probably do want to just tank the hit to get your turn, to be able to take your turn faster. Although if you get dizzy, then that's an issue. Well, Luigi's gonna die here. I fucked that up. Remember it being fairly quick. I kind of want to try the trampoline. I already fucked it up, wow. Okay. I feel like the chain jump is just better. Well, I dodged with Luigi at least, but... Spinny one now? No, this one again. Dude, what is there I can't tell if there's a tell. Or if you just have to react. Oh yeah. I feel like this is just kind of a superior version of the trampoline and the cannon in a lot of ways. Although the cannon you can single target if there's multiple targets, whereas with this one, it'll, like, you know, spread the damage out between all the enemies. Oh, I see. So you're able to gain more distance depending on your timing, which allows you more leeway when it comes to getting hit by the chain chomp. Fuck. Maybe I just take this turn to heal then. Maybe where the platform spawns? That's a good point. Whoever did the rope physics in Superstar Saga probably handled this. Kind of reminds me of it a little bit. These very fluid moving objects. That was bad. I don't know why it takes me so long to react to this one. I can realize what's going on. There is something dynamic, too, about the hammer prompts being always X and Y. On, defensively, at least. So you kind of have to pay attention to, like, what type of counterattack you're doing. This is not always totally clear. Unless you, like, look at the icon specifically. Ah, shit balls. It is nice that this game... Like, I'm using way more healing items in battle, I feel like. Alright, he was... So that was middle platform. So I'm wondering if it's whatever platform he stands on, like left or right, maybe? Middle platform, okay. That's this one. That was never hard to dodge, though. That one was never an issue. And I may not get to find out, because he might die to this one, maybe. You see how much damage we're gaining, or distance we're gaining from the chain chomp? It's like it... I can't tell if it's better to get, like, the... Because, see, that seems like they kind of hitch for a second sometimes, depending on how late or early I press it. I feel like you kind of want to press it earlier, because it seems to give you more distance, maybe. Like, it'll give it to you if you press it a little bit later, but... What was I gonna say? Looks like it's a simultaneous dodge. Chomp only. Right, yeah, we can't hit him with the hammer. And even then, it's kind of better to, like, just ignore the hammer, because I feel like, at least for me, that tripped me up when I was trying to do it. And you only get, like, an extra, for at least for my current stats, it was, like, extra 2 damage per hammer hit. And it's like, well, if you get, like, twice as many jumps by ignoring the hammer, you know, because you won't screw up as often or whatever, then that's going to be way more of a damage difference than if you were landing every hammer and maybe you don't get as many jumps because it screws you up eventually. But in this case, I just can't hit him anyway. He'll dodge it. Also, I feel like if you press the wrong baby button, I think maybe it speeds up the chomp or something. Not entirely sure. This guy has a shit ton of health. Middle. Well, that's... Is it always Luigi then Mario? Let's see. Maybe it is. But I could have sworn there was one in there that he did Mario then Luigi, but let's see. No? Yes, I guess it's just, you just gotta react, I suppose. That's what it seems like. B-A-Y-X. I literally said it and then screwed it up. But he died anyway. Waha! Maybe speed is always an insane boost. No, maybe it's not. Diving face. Oh, it was which direction he was facing as he was diving. That's a good catch. It's hard to catch onto stuff like that when you're like actively playing it. I don't want to go for speed though. Like that's what's giving me these higher numbers, but I feel like if anything I actually want power. No, those rolls are too low though. Ugh. I saw 5s and 6s in there, but no luck. Last thing you would think of. I was looking at where he was landing, where he was jumping. Yeah, you know, exactly. I was wondering if he, like, stood on different blocks, but he was always in the middle. And, like, the spinny, like, somersault one, that one was always simultaneous dodge. But the dive bomb, yeah, good call. My Whisker Boys. Where's Peach, though? Oh wait, is Peach, like, trapped in the crystal or something? What? Hmm. Are you gonna say the doodad line? Oh, Queen's beans. Oh my god. Got a rare doodle. Isn't that one of those? Got a rare doodle right here. Shit like that. I just remember from Donkey's video back when.
Oh yeah. Mamma mia.
See, that's also part of the reason why I like playing certain RPGs that have voice lines that are repeated like that. I tend to prefer in Japanese just because, I don't know, it's less annoying that way. Donkey's caused quite the stir. Yeah, I mean, he just doesn't really like RPGs, it seems like, so it's just one of those things. I can't imagine that Donkey put anyone off from Xenoblade that wasn't, like, that was interested. I feel like if anything, it just reaffirmed people who don't like Xenoblade in a weird way, but I don't know. I don't think that it's anything to, you know, get your feathers ruffled about. But yeah, no, it did seem like he got far enough into it but then again, just because you play a lot of a game doesn't necessarily mean you're enjoying it. Especially from a critical point of view. Like, I don't know if he views himself as being like a reviewer or whatever. Like, I don't know what his exact angle is, because sometimes it's comedic, sometimes it's more serious, sometimes it's kind of a mix of both. But if he's approaching things like a reviewer, you know what? No, I think he said, like, you should review games that you don't like if you are a reviewer. Which I can agree with to an extent. Like, I don't know that you need to make a video on it per se, but it's more so like, I know when I'm playing a game that I'm not enjoying, I try to figure out why. Like, I try to be analytical about it and, like, analyze why that might be, at the very least. And plus, I don't view myself as being a reviewer explicitly. I'm not really trying to be, like, games press or, like, whatever the fuck. She's gonna look fucked up, isn't she? That is a very Zelda-esque, That's like Ganondorf's, isn't that? Or no, I'm thinking of, no, that's the Ocarina of Time boss, intro jingle. Or like whatever the fuck it is. How dare this fungus attach itself to our princess's beautiful visage. Underrated word, visage. I dare say I'm rather curious as to how the mushroom has affixed itself as well. What a cruel jest this is. I get the chance to meet the adult princess and... curses! Wait for it to rot and fall off. The shroom, I mean, not her face. God damn it, dude. This is a fucking Mario game. And they're talking about Peach's face rotting off. You trumpeting old elephant. Oh, what was I saying? I'll wait until the dialogue's over at least. Okay, it's over. I've even been considering, like, you know how... I almost feel like it's somewhat of a conflict of interest to even, like, accept games early. I'm not saying that people who accept game codes early are being influenced, but I can't help but feel like there is just there's too much of a possibility of there being somewhat more of a positive lean. Even though I do believe some channels when they say, like, you know, this company said that I could say whatever I want and there wouldn't be, like, you know, repercussions for not liking the game or, like, whatever. And I believe that, but it's also, like, I'm not at the point where I would be able to get stuff like that, like offers like that, but, and in fact, I think you're supposed to reach out about it. I've kind of been toying around with the idea of like never doing that though. Because I also tend to not really like care about being in the zeitgeist of playing games on release anyway. And so I've kind of been thinking like let's say by the time Persona 6 is gonna come out, like maybe I have the credibility for Atlas to give me a code for P6 or something like that. But I'm also like, for one, there is like the potential, like that would be cool, obviously getting the game early, like just from a consumer's perspective, but when it comes to providing my opinion on it, I would almost rather be like completely uninvolved, if possible. Even though I was just saying I don't view myself as a reviewer, which I don't. New games have inherent positive bias just because it's new. That's also true. That's also true. Sea of Stars was like that for me, kind of infamously. Where the reason why I like took those videos down was because I felt like I just didn't agree with them, like way faster than my opinion became outdated like very fast because I really softened a lot on Sea of Stars, and then I've kind of like warmed back up to it a little bit. I still think the writing is not very good, but it's a fun game. Like, it is enjoyable. I just wouldn't take it super seriously or go into it looking for like a deep narrative or good character writing or dialogue. Because I found it to be very amateurish from that front. And that goes beyond grammatical errors. That's like the least of its worries, honestly. Second playthrough starts to show a lot. No, for sure. For sure. I think especially with like really long games. Well, I guess with any game, because like shorter games you can replay more easily, but yeah, I do think a second playthrough does reveal a lot, for sure. That's why I like replaying games too. And like, what are we doing? Oh, we're going down to talk to the Toadsworths. Something that some people will say is like, if they're scared that a game doesn't hold up to their memory, they won't play it again because they're scared that it won't live up to their memory of it, or it'll taint that memory or something. First of all, it won't taint the memory because the memory of the original playthrough still exists. But also, like, I'm not really scared of that because if I play a game that I loved back in the day and I don't like it anymore, then I just don't like it anymore because I like other games instead. So it's like, I don't know, it's weird. I'm not really like scared of that per se, because the games that hold up are gonna hold up and the games that don't. So I would like to know that, you know? In regards to repeated voice lines, there was an update to fix that. Apparently there were voice lines that just didn't play. Oh, really? Way less of, oh, that's a rare doodle. Yeah. Okay, so there were some voice lines that were supposed to proc and, like, you know, swap between and randomize and whatever. Are the babies gonna crosswind? I was wondering if the babies are... Can the babies hit the spin with the hammer or something? Or how does that work? Even Death Screams didn't play correctly? Oof. That's like another upside to playing games later, instead of playing them on launch, too. And it's like, some of it is a financial thing, right? Where it's like, sometimes I don't view a game as or maybe not view, but that's the wrong way to put it. Maybe I'm on the fence as to whether it's going to click, a game is going to click with me, so I don't buy it full price. And plus I've got plenty else to play anyway. Like, I just don't, I leave games on my wish list for like way longer now than I did when I first started gaming on PC. Because there's a number of games that I bought on PC that I did overpay for because I didn't get around to them until they were even steeper on sale. And so it's like, if I had waited to buy it until I was actually going to play it, I would have saved money. The release was also bumped up like a month. Really? So they released it earlier than originally planned. That's pretty rare. But I guess like if a company were to provide me a code, then the financial thing would be gone. But it's like, I don't know. I also just kind of like the feeling of playing games. If I'm going to play a game at launch, like I'm playing it alongside everyone else who is playing it at launch, instead of playing it ahead of time. But I think that's also because, like, I stubbornly wait for games to come to PC these days also. Like with Rebirth, I'm like, I really want to play Rebirth. My gaming, what's it called? There's an opening. I just finished P3 Reload. I finished Final Fantasy 3. And so it's like, I don't have any playthroughs started right now, so I could play something shorter and then play Rebirth, but it's not going to be on PC, so I'll just have to wait. And I don't mind per se. It's just like, it would be kind of perfect timing if that were to come to PC at the same time. I'm just hoping it doesn't go to Epic Games Store first, like it did, like Remake did, because that was really annoying. You play with the community, be cautious for spoilers. No, for sure. Actually got a spoiler near the end. For Xeno 3, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, well, that's the thing too, is like, I don't really go on social media like that. Like, I don't really look into gaming discourse to that degree. Any channels that I might follow or watch are very conscious of not spoiling games that are new. Like podcasts and whatnot. And I'm always I always try to be very careful about that, but I'm also not like super sensitive to spoilers either, because I think that there is a difference between like hearing, oh, X character dies or this event happens, and actually seeing it play out and like the context behind it as well. Like, I knew some pretty major spoilers about Persona 3 before I played it for the first time. And those moments still hit hard as fuck. YouTube algorithm chose violence. Yeah, I guess that is something. But what I would do, even when I was avoiding certain pre-release coverage of like P3 Reload, is like I would always do like the 3 dots and hit like not interested or like don't recommend channel if I was seeing like even vaguely, not spoilery stuff because, you know, it's a remake, but doing that so that way the algorithm would stop recommending me stuff like that. And like, it's not a perfect system, but it does help, I think. Because then when you're ready to look into that stuff after you've played it and you want to get the details on spoilers and hear what people have to say, then you can just look for it explicitly instead of having it be pushed on you. But again, it's not a perfect system. Like, easier said than done for sure. I feel like there's a number of places we can go back to, but I'm also like, I want to check Fawful's inventory. Learned those tools a little bit before that, but it was a thumbnail. Yeah, I guess the thumbnail thing is somewhat. What is going on right now? Mario is traumatized as fuck right now. Little pancake, peach pancakes. was wondering when I would get to this. This is fun. So I guess we sandwich the babies, and then they can get into even tighter locations. Dude, look at... Just like their noses, like, poking out and shit. It's funny. Alright, I know how this is gonna work already, so... Wait, this is actually kind of... Oh my god. They're little discs. I'm an old fool. Blimey. The wind. Holy shit, she did... That's funny. Just like drifted off with the wind. Yeah, I need to check Fawful's inventory and see if it's worth going back for beans and shit. Because otherwise, like, I don't really see much of a reason to backtrack. If his inventory is the same. And then again, maybe I would see more of a use for some of the badges now. Alright, and then... Maybe getting close to endgame, maybe? Really? Already? I mean, I guess... I'm guessing... Well, there's probably going to be a portal in the bottom left. So let's think for a second. Can I look at the map? No, I can only look at this floor's map, I guess. Why is it taking so long? What the hell was that? So there's this portal at the top, which I can now get to with the super spin. I've got 3. I've got 3 shards out of 5. So I'm guessing once we get the 5th one, then it's pretty much, we're pretty much at the final dungeon or something, I would guess, but... But I did record the Final Fantasy 1 through 3 video. I need to edit that. I've like been very much in a slump when it comes to editing. I just have not felt the drive to do it. But I'll try to get that out this weekend. But I'm going to start Final Fantasy 4, or like replaying it. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Low key. I might do that tonight actually. Maybe skills then, not sure if there are more. Yeah, maybe that is the last of the traversal skills. That is possible. Super drops, being able to buy those is really big actually. Oh, no new equipment, really? Oh, we got new badges though. Drain badge, recover a few HP depending on how many times you damage the foe. Increase damage done with counterattacks. Make lucky hits easier to land. Receive half the price of the items oh, interesting. They're very expensive though. These badges are very expensive. I feel like Big Pow is really good though. Improvised. I feel like the babies are more often than not on their own. So I'm wondering if the anti-status is even worth it. But then I'm like, what do I give them? Because they're by virtue of that, they're not using attack items. Like, they're not initiating. Like, maybe Shroom, but then they're not taking damage either, and so I'm like, recover a few HP depending on how many times you damage the foe. Increase like, maybe counter? Or EXP badge? When you defeat enemies with attack items. But does it have to be the person? Does it have to be the person who initiated the attack item though? That's my confusion on this. Receive, and same thing with this. Receive half the price of the items used in battle, not items that you use, right? So, like, what is the phrasing here? When you defeat enemies with attack items, half the price of the items used in battle, after the battle. It's unclear. The wording is kind of unclear. Lucky would be decent, just straight passive. Let's check Fawful's badges real quick. I'm trying to also figure out if there's a way behind Waffle's counter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure... Isn't he in here? Oops. No, wrong one. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. No, it's not this one either. Damn it. It's this one then. Or whatever one's in this room, I think. Yes, here it is. How in the hell? Let me see. I don't know. Let's just talk to him and see what's up. No new ones. So I think this might be a case of him not adding new stuff because of how expensive these are. Like, no matter how many attack items you use, your stock stays the same. Greatly increase XP used when you defeat enemy. Greatly increase, I see. Defeat enemies with items and get the items they were using. Greatly increase coins received when you defeat enemies with attack items. Greatly increase all damage both given and received. Now, if there... I don't know if there's going to be bosses where just the babies are fighting, but if there isn't, then this is actually really good because they're not taking damage because Mario and Luigi are the ones taking damage, but they're able to deal damage. And so, I don't know. Increase damage when jumping on an enemy to initiate battle. Possibly defeat. I'm just wondering, like, does this apply to all of them? I'm gonna Google this and see if I can figure it out. Partners in time. Let's say Stomp Badge, because it's like Stomp Badge apply to all. In order to get greater experience, only the wearer gains extra EXP, not the group as a whole, unless they too have it equipped. So I'm assuming that most of these function that way. Pummel Badge, possibly defeat enemy when striking. So that, I guess I could put on Baby Mario, right? Because he's the only one who can initiate battle by striking with the hammer. You know what I mean? Greatly increase the power of the first attack used in battle. Greatly increase EXP received when you defeat enemies with attack items. Yeah, it's only... Well... Maybe even if... Let's say Luigi's wearing this badge, but I use the attack item with Mario, maybe it still does give Luigi the experience, but only him because he's the only one with the badge. Maybe that's how it works. I don't want them to level unevenly, though, so I'd want to give both of them the same badge if I'm going to do, like, a booster like that. Yeah. You would think that's how it works, because otherwise it's a little bit too niche. In which case, maybe I do try... This one, though, Stomp Badge, like... I feel like it's whatever... Endgame does get a little rough, though. Like, Pummel would make sense for Baby Mario. But it's also like, how often am I really trying to do that? One chance, it's like, I'd rather just have a passive damage buff. I don't feel like these are that great, except for maybe the ulti free. Big Pow just a one-turn attack boost. I'd have to go back and check. I haven't been paying too much attention to like what they're called. Let's see what these are though. Increased damage done with counterattacks. Oh yeah, Big Pow, yeah, that's right. Big Pow is, no, it seems like it's a multi-turn. I don't know how long those buffs last. Well, I'd have to pay closer attention. Big Pow is nice though, because I can use like the Chain Chomp, get a Great, and then my attack power is buffed for however long it is. Slightly increased points recovered. Get a Great when using an attack. I know this applies to whoever used it. Because like both rows wouldn't get the Big Pow buff unless I did unless I did the thing with both of them, kind of deal. EXP, increase EXP received when you defeat enemies with attack items. Increase coins received when you use attack items to defeat enemies. I bet this is just blanket. Seemed like one turn. Yeah, I guess you're right. If I used items endlessly, maybe it was just one turn. It's just that I tended to kind of use them a lot. Drop almost no coins. You don't really drop many coins when fleeing from battle, period. Very slight chance of collecting items used in battle after battle. That seems pretty good. Maybe I do a salvage and a coin badge or something. Yeah, there's no good equipment here, really. Any new bro items? Let's take a look. Usually you can buy some stuff that you haven't found yet. Oops. Copy flower. Is that the one? Is that the broken one? I can buy so many pocket chomps. You think that's the one? Well, that means that we're gonna get some in the next arc, so I don't know that I want to buy any right this second. I do feel like regular mushrooms are starting to not be that great. I mean, there's not really much of a reason to sell them. I'm just thinking use them up outside of battle healing. Ultra drops. Boost power briefly, boost defense briefly. I just don't feel like it's worth spending a turn using these. Maybe I'm wrong. I have so many green shells that I don't know that I need, like, all of these, but it's also like, why don't I just wait to sell this shit, like I was saying before? Oh, I didn't even realize I have other badges that I picked up. Hardly any time between inputs. So pet badge, wallet badge, big defense badge. Oh, I got 4 of these? Okay, so I guess I picked these up out of question blocks or whatever. Drain. Use as many attack items as you like when you have less than hit POW. Maintain a powered up state until you take damage. I feel like big POW is just better. Right, yeah, no, totally. That sells for like 0. This is bad. Drain badge is actually decent, but I can buy another one if I wanted to. Boost defense. I don't know. I'm going for damage though. Wallet badge is not very good, I don't think. Maybe I'll keep 2 pet badges in case I run into a boss that inflicts status very easily or something. Bonus dizzy, okay. I feel like Pocket Chomp is just way better though, probably. But I guess we'll hold on to him. Smash Eggs, I'm never gonna use this shit. I'm never gonna use Smash Eggs over anything else. These Fire Flowers, Ice Flowers, it's possible that it's super effective on certain stuff. Green Shells, got a shit ton, but there's not really a reason to get rid of them. I just feel like Cannonballers, that's like my single target jump. This is like my multi-target jump. So I don't really feel like I need trampolines, but... I might buy some more Pocket Chomps though. Because I just have so many coins that I don't know what to do with. Can't buy 1-up supers yet, but I'll just take a couple of these. I got plenty of herbs. Do speed. I feel like we're gonna start getting more Ultra Shrooms just naturally. Maybe late game, like, or end game stuff is gonna be more expensive, but I don't know, I've not felt pressured to spend a lot at these shops. Wait, so it won't let me go this way. Is there a ruckus in the princess's chambers? Is that this room? Well, maybe there's not going to be a portal here, because there's not really room for it. Oh wait, isn't there something up here? Yeah, yeah. Oh, I don't know why I decided to do that. Oops. Item fan badge. Increase attack item power, but decrease jump and hammer power. I feel like the pants get close to 1,000. Okay, at least then there will be a use for these coins. I'm still unclear, like, this badge is, like, increase attack item power, but decrease jump and hammer power. If I equip this to one of the babies, like, does that increase it? I'm like, clearly that would just decrease that specific individual's jump and hammer. But does it only increase attack item power for them if they use it? I'm so unclear on this. Item, fan, badge, partners in time. Partners in time, do badges apply to partners? It auto-filtered that. Equipping badges to the babies. I noticed that while all four together, badges equipped on the babies don't have any effect. I therefore surmise that it'd be wise to equip cash back. That way if Mario and Luigi die, I can get half the money back for reviving them. That is a good point, I guess. Badge compatibility, maybe? When you're attacking as a group with the older bros and babies, do the badges that the babies have on them, are they still functioning? This is an old-ass thread. Can't say about everyone, but I do know the ones like Dire Power and Risk Revenge have no effect. So they only work when the babies are fighting directly. That's really weird. All four of the brothers will gain experience points as long as the brother who is wearing the badge kills the selected enemies with a bro's item. Okay. That is... But then I'm like, what's the point of equipping badges to the babies unless they're alone, which is like very rare. Partners in time, badge related questions. Lucky badges on the babies? I feel like ulti free is not even that good though. Cause like, how are you wanting for battle items? Everyone's recommending ulti free, which is the one that like doesn't use battle items, and yeah, I guess it's nice, but I don't know. I'm very torn on this. I want to say there was a baby segment. There, I mean, like you'd think there would be, right? Great when using an attack item. Yeah, like I know for a fact now that if it says using an attack item, it has to be the one with the badge equipped that uses the attack item. But with the experience one and coins, apparently that applies to everybody. When you use attack items. So that means Baby Luigi has to use an attack item, and then we'll get more coins. So that's actually fucking useless. 9 times out of 10. Okay. Well, wait a second. What about Hit Pow? I only have one of those, but you stay in a powered up state until you get hit, and if the babies don't get, like, then the extra attacks from the babies, like, you know, the double jump or their hits during the item attacks or whatever they'll be powered up basically indefinitely. So I think that might be the way to go. Maintain a powered up state until you take damage. Yeah, and they are able to deal damage. Can I buy another Hit Pow? I don't think this is one that I could buy. I'm pretty sure I found this one. I don't know why the intro to the Wild Thornberries came into my head. When I said found, it's like, that's Donnie. We found him. And Darwin, he found us. Flashbacks. Or was it the opposite? I don't remember. Get a very slight chance of collecting items used in battle after battle. I feel like this probably applies just in general, right? Like, that's what it sounds like. Make lucky hits easier to land. That's another option. Ba-na-na. Ba-na-na-na. Bum bum ba bum ba bum. Boom bum bum ba bum ba bum. Like, I could give the EXP badges to both of the big bros. Or just one of them and then make sure that I kill and I end the encounter with that specific bro to get the extra EXP. That's a little bit too specific. I don't know if I would be able to... Because then I'm like holding back, you know? Maybe Hit Pow is a found item only. I think so. I think so. It is interesting. Sometimes some of the most valuable weapons and equipment sell for very little because of that. Like P3 is the same deal, where like some of the weapons that you can fuse, meaning like you get the rare materials from different personas, and you like spend these unique kind of currencies, so to speak. Those tend to sometimes they sell for very little, or like rare chests or whatever. Even though they are valuable, but like it's interesting. It's like an indicator that like this is a unique thing, but you would also think that because it's a unique thing that it would sell for a lot. Over a few HP, depending on... I think salvage badge is okay. How is the power differential between the babies, though? Yeah, I think Hit Pow and Baby Luigi, since he doesn't hit as hard as... Or not Hit Pow. Yeah, Hit Pow, not Big Pow. Okay. Now I want to check Fawful's inventory again to see if Hit Pow is there. Because that's also another possibility. One chance greatly increases the power of the first attack when used. Possibly defeat enemies. Yeah, Hummel badge I guess is an option for Baby Mario. No matter how many attack items you use, your stock always stays the same. Greatly increase EXP when you defeat enemies with attack items. I feel like the rough badge is like kind of the way to go though. Maybe even more so than the Hit Pow. It's kind of a similar effect, I guess. Until the babies are on their own, in which case that's kind of dangerous, but... Or I go ulti free. Because then I can just sell all but one of my attack items each, or whatever. Just have one of each. Use the rough badges. Since you could buy 2. Yeah. And I guess just hold on to an extra pair of badges in case the babies have to do something by themselves for an extended period. Yeah, I don't know how many beans there are in total either. Part of me wants to just take the ulti free, but I'm also like... I've got so many coins that, like, why... What's the issue with just, like, buying the attack items that I need, you know? There aren't... Yeah, there's probably not enough to buy every... Well, maybe. But, like, you have to buy so many duplicates, because there's 4 party members, so it's like... Maybe there is a good amount of beans so where you can get a good number of them, but maybe not, like, many multiple copies. I just want to test... I'm just like, does ulti free... I think the wording is saying that, like, it applies to everybody. No matter how many attack items you use, your stock stays the same. You use. But that's what I'm confused about. I kind of want to test this. That's so annoying. Is there a save block over here somewhere? Up here. Oh, why did they tunnel out? That's weird. Okay. I'm gonna... equip it to, like, Baby Mario. Right? Someone who's not going to be using attack items in battle directly. Because the big bros are in battle whenever they're all 4 together. And then I'm going to use an attack item with one of the big bros and see if it depletes my stock. Or not.
Let's go.
42. $41. So it does have to... God damn it, that's so bad. That is so bad. It has to be specifically that party member. Yeah, I'm soft resetting. That is so... I whistled there for a second. That is so bad. Like, actually. That's not that good. There's abundance of coins. Worst case, you sell all the attack items that you never use in favor of ones that you do want. That's really bad. Like, I guess if you get like one for each of them, or at least one for each of the big bros, that's something, I guess. But that's 180 beans. Like, I don't know that that's worth it, man. That's one of those that sounds really good on paper, but in practice, you know, Paper Mario was similar though. There were some badges that you could buy with Star Shards in the first 2 Paper Marios that were good, but a lot of them were not really that worth it compared to some of the badges you could get elsewhere. It's weird. That's Queen's Beans levels of beans. Oh man. Greatly increase the XP. I think I'll just go rough badge then. Because that I know for sure. Get very slight chance of collecting items. Very slight chance of collecting items. It's like, I don't feel like that's worth it. I'd rather just do damage. Hit POW is an option. If I get a second one, then I'd be down for that, but I'd probably prefer that to the rough badge if I can find a second one. Xeno 3 also added the iconic "I'm full of beans" line to the list of one-liners. What character is talking about beans so much? Well, I guess they're British, so I shouldn't be too surprised about their obsession with beans. But even so. Or where the fuck am I going? Princess's Chambers? I don't know where that is. I'm guessing it's upstairs, right? Ah, I see. Yeah. Oh shit. Big Bowser. Huh? Huh? Mario and that green wimp? My horoscope said so. God damn it. Uh-oh. It's spreading. Yeah, I don't think that was a good idea, Bowser. Gotta go. The more rough-speaking party members, okay. Oh shit. Oh, and he falls into this one that we can access with this, with like the baby spin jump, I see. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So now this is blocked off. Desert, that was the Yoshi one. And then the third floor, that's just the final dungeon, which we can't access yet. I can't imagine the inventories are updated now, but I do want to just check, just in case. No. Shadoo-buddy, buddy, buddy, boo, be-doo, buddy, beep, beep, beep. Oh wait, this isn't actually the way to do it. What we do is... Oh wait, oh I see, we do it from the top, I see. Because they float down really slowly. Oh, it's like Thwomps. What is this place called? Like Thwomp Ruins or something? Thwomp Volcano. Beware of falling objects. I'm nervous we're gonna get a cutscene here, because I think I'm gonna call it. Yeah, okay, perfect. Perfect, so we'll do the volcano next time then. Good timing on that front.